What's poppin'? What's poppin'? How y'all doing? I was about to say, y'all just gonna stare at me like, don't make this awkward, you know what I mean? Thank you. So I got some new shit, trying something new as well. So last year I got the opportunity to go to Paris for a James Baldwin Writers Conference, and that was pretty dope. And like, for my flight, this was my first time out of the country, and going out, like I was trying to prepare myself for like this portal travel. And portal travel is like what I call a flight overseas. Like, because for real, like I have no idea like where they took me exactly. Like we were over nothing but water for about 8 hours, right? And like all I had to really prove where we were was a GPS map on the flight, of the flight, with like these Dreamcast Sonic the Hedgehog type graphics. And like I've only seen maps of the earth. Like I don't really know what it looks like in the big picture of the world in person. So like the flight is 8 hours, but when I land, it'll have been 14 hours from the time that I took off because the time difference. So like, do you know like how vast the ocean really is? So how do I know that the time difference concept isn't just an excuse? Like, what if the world actually isn't one round piece? What if it's actually separate pieces of land floating in space near each other, and they've created portals to fly through to get to these different continents, right? So they really could have had me anywhere, but I like to imagine that I was flying through portals. And this is my last portal. This is my last moment before the portal to Paris. Before the time jump begins, the moment when you realize you're already in a vehicle, a metaphysical vehicle, fast enough to race the clock of your time zone and finish 6 lines ahead. I'm already feeling the winds of change, shifting energy in the ether, making room for me, a force nudging my spirit in the right direction. As a kid, I used to wonder if God made long-distance miracles, if the cord of my spiritual connection was finite. Will my grandmother's prayers for her baby to make it safely be added to my spiritual books? People make it seem as if God is bound geographically. So with the religious indoctrination in America, has the culture even manifested a God that looks after black people who escape home? If not, where would a fleeing black man go? Do parents still claim an emancipated child? Or is God himself also colonized, held captive, and actually invested in my escape, leaving breadcrumbs for me to follow out of here, and everything God has done was for a reason? But I guess that's faith, right? Reading the poem long enough to see where the portal takes you. In peace.